Girls, hello again. We're just going to read a short story for you now, so are you all paying attention? Moms and dads as well. And the story is called Santa is Coming to Blackpool. Are you ready now? Well, boom Santa, have all the children from Blackpool been good this year? Well, mostly, answers the little old elf as he hustled across the busy workshop to Santa's desk. Santa peered down at the elf from behind the tall, teetering pile of letters that the children of Blackpool had sent him. Mostly, asked Santa, looking over the top of his glasses. Yes, but they've all been especially good in the last few days, said the elf. Jolly good, chuckled Santa. Then we'd better get their presents loaded up. Really, really big presents. And the elves were really, really small. They seemed to have no trouble loading it onto Santa's sleigh though. They managed to fit such a big sack onto a little sleigh. Even they didn't know how somehow they did. Splendid, boomed Santa. We're ready to go. Not quite, Santa, said the little old elf. One of our reindeers is missing. Oh dear. Missing? Which reindeer is missing? Gasped Santa. The youngest one, Santa, said the elf. In his first flight tonight, I called him, but just then a young reindeer strolled up, munching on a large carrot. Where have you been? Asked Santa. The youngest reindeer was crunching so loudly that it was no wonder he hadn't heard the little old elf calling. Oh well, never mind, said Santa. Give the reindeer a little wink. And he took out his Santa nav and tapped in the postcode for Blackpool. This will guide us to Blackpool in no time. With a flick of the reins and a jerk on the harness, off they went, racing through the sky. Ho, 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 laughed Santa. We'll soon have these parcels delivered to fabulous Blackpool. Santa's sleigh flew through the sky, heading south across the North Atlantic. On they flew into the crisp, wintry air over Scotland. In the wink of an eye, the sleigh was flying above the Isle of Man and on to Blackpool. The youngest reindeer was very excited. He had never been away from the North Pole before. They were just crossing over the Irish Sea when suddenly they ran into a blizzard. Snowflakes whirled around the sleigh. They couldn't see a thing. The youngest reindeer was getting a bit worried, but Santa didn't seem concerned. In 2 kilometers, said Santa. In a bossy lady's voice, the sat-nav said, keep left at the next star. But madam, Santa blustered, I can't see any stars in all of this snow. So they were hopelessly lost. Then through the howling blizzard, the youngest reindeer heard a faint ringing sound. Ding dong, ding dong. He looked over at the old reindeer with the red nose, but he had his head down. Ding dong, ding dong. There was the sound again, like church bells ringing. The youngest reindeer turned round to look at Santa, but Santa wasn't listening. He seemed to be arguing with a little box with buttons on it. With a flick of the harness and a jerk of the reins, the youngest reindeer gave a sharp tug and headed off towards the sound of the bells, pulling Santa and his sleigh behind him. Whoa, cried Santa, pulling his hat straight. What's going on? Then to his surprise he heard a ringing sound. Well done, young reindeer, he shouted cheerfully. It must be the bells of St. John's Church. Don't worry, children, Santa is coming. But suddenly, crunch! The sleigh hit something as it plummeted through the snow clouds. "You have arrived," said the sat-nav hopefully. Finally, when the snow had died down and the clouds parted, Santa discovered exactly where they were. Stuck right at the very top of a giant Christmas tree. Everybody pulled. Everybody pulled. The reindeer pulled with all of their might until at last, with a screeching noise, the sleigh scraped clear of the tree and Santa steered them safely over St. John's Square, past the Winter Gardens, above the church street and down into Stanley Park. Lucky there was no real damage done, but the parcels had all been jumbled up. Santa quickly sorted the presents into order again. "Right," said Santa, "thanks to this young reindeer, I know where we are now. Don't worry, children, Santa is coming." Santa drove his sleigh expertly from rooftop to rooftop all over Blackpool, popping in and out of chimneys as fast as he could go, which was pretty fast for a chubby chap like me. There were big chimneys in Red Bank Road and small chimneys in Elizabeth Street. He squeezed down the chimneys in rows